Hey, I'm Ashley Roberts, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, KT and I are searching the country far and wide, and we are finding rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we got a living legend on the mic, ladies and gentlemen. We at home now, right here in our very own backyard, Dallas-Fort Worth, one of your very own who graduated from Duncanville, took her talents to UT, graduated there, and now she is absolutely on fire, taking over this world. She's an author. She's a podcaster. She's an entrepreneur. She's running AAU teams and programs. Y'all know who it is. Let's make some noise for the one and only, the sensational Ashley Roberts. What's good, Ash? How you doing today?
That was really good. That was really good. I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, we super excited to have you on this show. I mean, I finally realized what the platform was missing, KT. We needed her to come and deck us out, to make us look better, to make us look good. But check this out, DFW. Y'all know who it is. It's your boys. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm, the head coach, KT. How you feeling, Kev?
You killed her intro, B. Jones, but then you got to mine. It was all dry. I mean, hey, it's the head coach, the Quiet Storm. I mean, but I'm doing great, B. Jones. We got a dope individual on here, not just me and you. She's dope. Before we even get started,
yes,
go follow her.
Yes, right now.
You see it's just different pod. Go follow her. Go check it out. iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. She's everywhere. Go show her some love.
And we go talk a little bit about her endeavors and the amazing things she's doing. But Ashley, we got some rules and protocols around Sports Life Talk. We keep things in order. And in order to get this shit rolling forward, we need you to take your right hand and we need you to reach over your left shoulder. All right? We need you to grab that strap. We need you to pull it down and buckle up. This ride is about to be crazy. We're going to have a good time today. Check this out. If this is your first time checking out the platform, we are coming close to the end of 2023. It's been an amazing journey. We cannot say how much we appreciate the love, support, and admiration that we've gotten for the Dallas-Fort Worth community. And we are going to take this thing. We're going to keep being the hardest working podcast in the game. And we promise y'all we're going to keep putting out hits and amazing guests like this one, but we need you to do the podcast 3. We need the podcast Trinity right now from each and every person who's watching this show. Number 1, we need you to subscribe to the channel. We got over 500 episodes, coaches, media personalities, players, athletes. This thing is just off the rip. So come lock in with us if you believe in telling inspirational and motivational stories. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button as many times as Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk will allow you to. We got to get this show to just bubble all the way up to the top. And number 3, sharing is caring. It's holiday season, and now you can give the gift that keeps on giving. That's right. Joy, happiness, positive energy. You can give that right now to your contacts and individuals that's rocking with you in your circle by sharing this episode with them and helping us to tell this amazing story of Ashley Roberts and the It's Just Different podcast. Ash, is your people gonna rock with us? Are they
definitely. They rocking. They rocking for sure.
Anybody that's out there that wearing that mint green and black like that, looking clean, I know y'all out there in these streets holding it down. Y'all do it like you're true to it. Let's make some noise on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah, KT. I feel like we got some UT love coming from this one, man. I don't know. The vibrations, the energy in the room just feels really sincere. It just feels just amazing right now. Thank y'all for anybody who did those 3. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. KT and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family around here. So if you did any of those 3, Ashley, what's your favorite emoji? I typically don't ask the coaches and the adults this one, but I'm gonna let you give us your favorite emoji this time.
Oh, I'm a little smirk. That's my favorite emoji, the little smirk one.
All right, so if you did any of the podcast, Trinity, any of the 3 to show us some love and support, throw us the smirk emoji down, and so we can just personally touch you and just say how much we appreciate you and tell you the 2 small words that mean a lot. Thank you. All right, Ashley, without further ado, they waited long enough. It is time. That's right. Ashley, are you ready for the Sports Life Talk? Initiation.
I am ready.
All right, Ashley, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Y'all really ready for this?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
I don't think y'all ready. But number 1 is Rod Wave. Number 2 is Rod Wave. Number 3 is Rod Wave. 4 and 5 is Rod Wave.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I gave her 4.
You give us 4 more.
That ain't how the initiation work. You got to cross the burning sands on this one. Pick up your iPhone. You got.
All right. And since I gotta give somebody else other than Rod Wave, we still going Rod Wave number 1. I'm gonna go with Beyonce number 2.
Fair. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Rihanna number 3.
Bang.
I gotta throw Usher in number 4.
These are my confessions.
And number 5, I'm gonna go with Ashanti.
Oh yeah.
This is my first Ashanti.
I think it is our first Ashanti, Kevin. This is going to be a
baby. All right, yeah, that's how we do it.
What you giving it,
because she almost got a -5 with that Rod Wave 5 times. That'll be the first time in You Got Next history somebody got negative points, but she redeemed herself, B. Jones. So Ashley, you like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But for you, we can't give her anything less than 5, B. Jones. She's dope.
Heck no.
And it was a dope top 5.
Super dope.
Give her 15. We'll give her 15 for it.
I like the sounds of that, KT.
Rod Wave. This ain't Dial-On, and Dial-On. This ain't the band.
I spit hot fire.
I mean, I'm just saying, but
is Rod Wave that's you really banking on Rod Wave though? I'm assuming you're a diehard Rod Wave fan.
Of course.
Somebody tag Rod Wave into this show, please.
Please tag him.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with a lady named Donnie Wiggins. That's somebody that I look up to. She is a boss. She's a podcaster, business coach, and just all around businesswoman, boss lady. So I'm going to go with Donnie Wiggins.
All right. So we asked this superhero question because in our eyes, you're a superhero. With that said, a superhero needs their own theme song. So what would your theme music be?
Since I'm going to get off of Rod Wave a little bit, I'm not going to go with Rod Wave because that's what I was going to go with. I'm going to go with Diva, Beyonce.
The Diva is a female version.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
I was ready for you to sing it so I could do the dance, B. Even though it's a single ladies dance.
I was just about to say that's the single ladies dance, bro. That's
Beyonce, though. Beyonce,
Now, we can definitely sing some Rod Wave if y'all up to it.
No,
what's your favorite? I want to know your favorite Rod Wave song, though.
Yeah, tell us. Go ahead. Tell us what Rod Wave is.
How many can I give you? Is the question.
No, you give us one. Give us that one Rod Wave joint.
I'm going to go with Brace Face.
Okay. Sing that one for us. I don't know that one.
I can't because we're going to be on here all night. We're going to be here all night. So,
All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I would definitely say basketball taught me a lot, but I would probably say networking. Networking and relationships is key. That is something that I did on the court and something I definitely took off the court.
All right. So we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Oh, so many names. I mean, I feel like I'm just breaking all the rules because I thought of like 3 people: Gabrielle Union, Nia Long, Sanaya Lathan. Can we just put all them 3 together and create a new person? Me.
Yeah,
We're gonna go with all 3 of
I was
those.
going to go Coco Jones, though.
You know, somebody kind of told me I look like her, but I don't think so. I like that one though.
I was gonna say Anika. I can't think of her last name. She was the Princess and the Frog. Come on, man. She was in Cadillac Music, whatever the Dream Girls. She was in Dream Girls.
Yeah.
So y'all did better than me. Like those, I can see both of those.
All right. So would you rather be a singer or a dancer?
Dancer for sure.
Let's go! Dancer Nation, turn up the volume. Finally. You see, you get it. You get it.
I'm dancing.
Hey, all the time. That's all. Let's do it.
Well, I'll let y'all dance while I'm over in the corner singing. All right. So whenever we get a chance to rock with you again, and we're going to let you pick the restaurant we're going to or the food spot. All right. But you got to tell us your favorite food spot and what's your go-to meal there.
Okay, I'm very picky and I'm very basic when it comes to food. I'm just going to take it to Texas Roadhouse because I love their bread. I'm taking it to Texas Roadhouse. I don't want anybody getting a frenzy if I said Cheesecake Factory, but Roadhouse is where we going.
It's too soon, Ashley. That's a sensitive. People real sensitive about Cheesecake
I'm just saying,
Factory
for anybody out there, I like Cheesecake Factory.
I was about to ask you, on your first date, if somebody took you there, would you be okay with it?
We rocking with Cheesecake Factory.
I love
don't know what
Cheesecake
these
Factory.
folks talking about.
I think she just did that to try to go viral because there's no way there.
We're going to Cheesecake Factory, but for us, we're going to take it to Roadhouse because I got to get the bread. And I'm going to go with the pork chops. Pork chops, baked potato, and broccoli.
I wish I'd have got that instead of Panda Express tonight, but you know what? Panda going to have to hit tonight. All right, now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, sltyougotnext.com, to learn more about us and our other You Got Next family members. Allow me to introduce our newest play cousin, Miss Ashley Roberts. So, B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Ashley, what's your nickname? I know they was what they were calling you, AR-15 on the court over there.
Man, a lot of nicknames. Ash Mama, A-Rob. Those are the 2. Ash Mama,
I like A-Rob. I like A-Rob. We got permission. Can Sports Life Talk call you A-Rob?
Y'all can call me A-Rob.
All right, A-Rob, we got to tell them your story your way because this thing is about to be crazy. You have done so much in a small amount of time on this planet. You've made an impact on thousands of people. I mean, probably even hundreds of thousands of people. And you are super dope all in the process. But let's take this thing back to the beginning. You mentioned Sanaa Lathan. So when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Man, I would probably say around age 3, 4 when I was younger. So I come from a basketball family. Yeah, my older brother played basketball. He graduated from Texas Tech. Played at Duncanville, 40-0 national champs. My dad played basketball. Mom played volleyball. So I just come from a sports family. I would go to the gym with my daddy and brother all the time when I was a baby, just holding the ball. And I mean, I've just always loved basketball. So I would say at a really young age, 3, 4, 5, 6, young.
Now, everybody don't get the privilege of building those relationships and connections that you've had. And I know it wasn't an overnight sensation for you getting to the University of Texas, but you had some skills that paid the bills. You know what I'm saying? You was out there dropping buckets. I even went and checked. I even combed the archives and saw some Ashley and some A-Rob footage at UT. But my question to you is, when did basketball become easy for you? When did it get good for you? Like, when did you realize that I'm special? I got something different than most of these young ladies out here on the court with me.
It's crazy. I don't think I ever really realized that. I think that's kind of what got me to the position that I'm at now. Like, I've always been where I feel like the underdog, or where I feel like I got to work hard. I got to do these different things. So it's never felt like, oh, like I'm special, or, this is going to happen for me. It's just been like, I got to work. I got to work for this. Once I got that, I got to work for the next thing. I actually tore my ACL at Duncanville. So my junior year, I tore my ACL before, I had all the schools in the Big 12 looking at me, very interested. Once I tore my ACL, it all went away.
Got quiet.
it got real quiet. And I think that was just, at the end of the day, at that time, I didn't realize it. Now, knowing it's a business, but it like gave me the motivation. So I tore my ACL. I played with DFW League, Coach Mudd, RIP Coach Mudd, talked to me at that time. And he was like, Ash Mama. He's the one gave me Ash Mama. But he was like, I think you should go JUCO, and for me, I didn't know nothing about JUCO. I just thought it was for people that didn't have good grades, but I graduated top 10% of my class, but again, it gave me that like motivation to work harder. Like, either I go this route, I had some D1 offers, none that I really liked, or I go JUCO. But to answer that question, like, I don't think it ever, to me, was like, oh, this is good or this is easy. It's always been the work. The work is the work.
Well, KT called you a superhero. I 100% believe that you're a superhero as well. And it's funny because part of that superhero philosophy or thought process is that there's an origin story, right? Every superhero has something that kind of bad happened to them, and then that's what transformed them into becoming the hero that they became. And it sounded like to me an ACL tear almost took you off track. And don't get me wrong, for those of you who are listening to this show right now, I know ACL tears are a little bit more common practice, but if we were to go back 15 years from now, an ACL tear was almost a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in school, like, you were done if you had ACL. Now science has progressed and progressed and progressed. But tell us about that drive, that mission, that determination to go through that JUCO ranks. And what was it like getting that phone call from the University of Texas to say, hey, Ashley Roberts, hey, Rob, we want you to come and play basketball for one of the most illustrious, most prominent universities in America?
Yeah, so as I said before, I didn't really know much about JUCO. I played at Duncanville. So when I decided that I was going to go the JUCO route, I told Coach Self, she was my coach, I was like, I think I want to go JUCO. And Cheryl Swoops was my favorite player. I saw that she went to South Plains. So I was just like, I want to go to South Plains. Can we call South Plains? I went, I guess, tried out. They offered me. So before I got there, that's when I thought it would probably be easy. I was like, all right, I'm going JUCO. This is going to be easy. Little did I know, when I got there, like, it was a different pace. It was totally different. So like, the drive for me was like, all right, I got to prove myself. And I'm big on like setting goals. So I wanted all conference. I wanted the All-American. I think Cheryl Swoops was the only All-American. So for me, I was like, I want to get that. And, that was like the drive for me. And in return, that helped me perform. That helped me with my teammates. That helped me with the team. And that helped me get looks. I actually committed to Arkansas first. That's where I was going. Committed to Arkansas, and Karen, who was at UNT at that time, got the Texas job. And before signing, that's kind of when we had conversation. And Big 12, I mean, that's always been a dream of mine. I couldn't pass it up. Come to Texas. And that's how I got to Texas. It was amazing, honestly, because when I was in high school, Texas wasn't looking at me. I said a lot of the Big 12 schools were. Texas was one that was not looking at me. So to come full circle after injury, after the hard work I put in, after producing, to be at Texas was a good feeling.
It's kind of crazy. We talk about Texas and all of these other schools, but that's South Plains. I want y'all to go do some research, and y'all Google South Plains 2011, 2012, and y'all can see a true bucket getter. You put in work at South Plains. I wish we had more time to really dig into that, but we got to talk about some of this stuff you got going on right now, because you are just absolutely killing the game right now. You are setting it on fire. fire. You're doing the podcast, but before the podcast, you wrote a book, and it's not often that we get to sit in front of African American, women who are out there writing books and making an impact in the literature arena. What was the thought process of putting down the basketball, and how did you get involved with entrepreneurship, writing, authorship, all of these different venues?
But always been an entrepreneur at heart. Was selling candy, elementary, middle school, high school, and I had a job when I was at Duncanville. So my mind has always been, honestly, to find a need and fill it. And I think that's how I got into entrepreneurship. Once I finished at Texas, I had microfracture surgery. So I tore my ACL my junior year in high school. My junior year in college, I had microfracture surgery on the same knee. And basically had to stop playing. I had to make a decision. Either walk with a cane at 30 is what the doctor told me, or stop playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then I knew while I was at Texas, I was training on the side, got into coaching. Once I got to that school, that led me to a lot of different things. We won't really go into detail of that school, but it kind of led me to do other things. And that's kind of how I got into just full entrepreneurship, running a league. I'm running the top leagues out here in Central Texas for AAU teams. And then I've always seen myself as more than basketball, honestly. So that's kind of where the book came in. I would see a lot of my teammates, a lot of basketball athletes, once they were done, it was just like nothing, or what next, or just like a loss of identity. And I firmly believe that the game of basketball, the game of sports, teaches you a lot of things that's going to help you with life after basketball. So I put it in a book. That was the changing lanes, using sports as a vehicle to drive success on and off the court. And it talks about the things you learn from sports, the things you get from sport, and how it translates to life after sport. And I actually wrote 2 books. So my second book is a children's book. It's called The Little Girl with Big Dreams. The shirt I got on, I don't know if you can see it. But it's called The Little Girl with Big Dreams, and it's stemmed from the first book. In that first book, I talk about me selling candy, the third grader selling candy. And when I tell y'all, almost every person that read the book, they ask me about that. And everything in the book, they like, tell me about the little third grader selling candy. So I put that in a book, and it's about an ambitious little girl who overcomes every no to say yes to her dream. And it goes through entrepreneurship, adversity, overcoming adversity, and all of those things. So that's where the books came from.
Dang, I wish we had more time, because I good grief, you opened up so many more questions for me. But I got to talk about one of the dopest podcasts. If y'all ain't listening to Sports Life Talk, y'all make sure y'all are listening to It's Just Different. The podcast is on fire. After we got the opportunity to meet you and hang out with you on the way back home, I think I had about an hour ride all the way to the house. I threw that joint in, was listening to you and Kyra Lambert talk it up, and fell in love with the show. Fell in love with Kyra, fell in love with your game, it was just a sensational show. I was thoroughly entertained for the entire hour and 10 minutes. I mean, that was just a fabulous show. What was the inspiration behind dropping this podcast at this time in this current climate of women's basketball?
Yeah, for sure. So it's just different podcasts, all things youth and women's basketball. I've been talking about the podcast probably for like 3 years now, and I was just like, this is the year I'm doing it. I think the inspiration really came from AAU. So I'm an AAU coach, AAU director, and I'm going to be honest, it's a lot that goes on in AAU. I think what the biggest thing is parents and kids just not knowing, not understanding different things, getting bad advice, whatever the case may be. And I wanted to be a part of the solution, not the person that just say, oh, they don't get it. Oh, they don't understand. So for me, the podcast has a strong emphasis of AAU, just kind of talking about recruitment, what it looks like at different levels of college, how to prepare for that, what team you should be playing for. And then open it up to all things women's basketball. I don't think that there are a lot of podcasts that's focusing on women's sport, that's focusing on girls basketball. So I think that's where I wanted to come in, basically use my connections, my relationships, get people on the podcast to educate and entertain, but more so educate the parents and players about what this thing really is.
Well, I tell you what, I heard you talk about the transfer portal, which I knew you were, hearing your story. I knew you went through it. You talked about continuing the game plan. Kyra was overseas when you guys, but the thing that caught me the most is KT and I personally just fell in love with AAU this past offseason. This past summer of 2023, I probably became the biggest fan of AAU basketball, especially the girls' game in totality. And you started talking about competitive edge on there. And I heard a little bit of a change in your tone when you guys started talking about that, because I could kind of I felt that underdog coming out of competitive edge. And we saw your team hoop this summer. So you got to tell us, because I want you to say what you said on that show about why choose competitive edge, because I know what you're saying. Y'all ain't got all these MBAs. You don't have this long list of 1,200 to 1,400 players that came through the program, but you got a secret weapon, and it's something that a lot of people don't have, and that's that authenticity, that's their relationships. And when you said that I can pick up the phone and call just about any coach in the game, I dropped the mic. I said, oh my, because that's where I want my daughter to go. Somebody who can pick up the phone and open up doors and open up avenues so she can continue to play the game that she loves so and dear. So I'm going to let you talk on competitive edge right now. Drop that dog mentality on them and tell them why they need to be picking up the phone and calling you and sending their daughters to your program ASAP.
Yes, for sure. So competitive edge, we are in our 6th year. 2023 class was the first graduating class, which is why me and Kyra talked about that based on her answer of like, sometimes you haven't had the long list of kids because of when you started the process of it. I started with a 7th grade group, and I kept that group and went up. I didn't get anybody older, so I graduating class was 2023. At the end of the day, as you just said, I think relationships is key. Relationships and networking. I'm so big on that. And yes, I can pick up the phone, almost any coach there is, and call them. At the end of the day, you just got to have the talent for it. I think that's the biggest thing. We're going to play in the right tournaments, on the right courts, because it matters, in front of the right people. You're going to have our coaching staff is all former college players. So these are people who have been where the kids are trying to go. You know, I've had a Baylor X, Texas X, Texas A&M, Duke, Tulane, UMHB, Houston Tulsa. So it's not just D1. You know, I'm very big on D1, D2, D3, JUCO, whatever the case may be. So I bring those real examples to the kids. Like, we don't just have former D1 coaches. We got some coaches that played D2, that played D3, NAIA, JUCO, so that they can see. At the end of the day, free is free. And I'm big on D, free. But I think, honestly, you know, that's why. You know, you're going to get somebody that knows the game. I know the game. I understand the game. And I can coach the game.
At multiple different levels, different levels. And that's that experience that I guess you could call it that experiential equity. Mm-hmm. It means a lot, right? You lived through this. You've been through it. You went through the AAU circuit. You know exactly how to communicate with coaches, parents. So y'all make sure y'all check out Competitive Edge. If your daughter's interested, y'all go follow her on It's Just Different, the pod. I think it's Just Diff Pod to listen and get more insight and clarity on the game and how to help your daughters and your family members. Maybe they're your niece. I don't know who it is, but you can get them locked in and connected with a major player in this game. I'm telling y'all, this is the one. Y'all need to be on the phone. She is the truth. All right, Ashley, you ready to have a little bit of fun, Rob?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, Ashley Roberts, welcome to the Sports Life Talk Championship rounds. This is the part of the show where KT and I, we go a little bit of one-on-one, but you are now officially calling all the shots. All right. You played a little bit of this earlier. We tested to see how you would perform. And that was when we asked you if you were going to be a singer or a dancer. So you know what we got. This is our version of Would You Rather on steroids. Okay. So over the next 5 minutes, KT and I are going to give you a complex set of options. And whichever one of those set of options you select, that host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode of Championship Rounds. And KT, I don't know how he's pulling it off because I was hot like fish grease, but he's won the last 3 games. So, Ashley, we got to break this trend today. All right, KT, let's kick it off, man.
All right. Would you rather coach a player that will say they needed guidance because no one gave them a chance? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame and tell you they wouldn't be there without your love and guidance, or
would you rather write and put together a New York bestseller, New York Times bestseller book that makes an impact on millions of people across the country?
Oh my God. I'm going with the player.
I don't know how I could have made that more juicier. I don't know. Let me give you $1 million stipend.
It's just something about the player. It's just something about.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going with the player.
Kevin, I think Kevin got an automatic point with that. That's every coach, everybody who's in leadership says that one. So all right, we got to do a comeback. Let's go, KT. Round number 2.
Would you rather host a traveling food show exploring delicious dishes from around the world for ESPNW, where you get to interview other coaches and pick their brains while eating at their favorite places to eat in the towns that they coach in, or
would you rather have Netflix, have a film crew, reach out to you? They're going to follow you around for the next 2 years. We're going to tell the story of Competitive Edge. We're going to tell the story of Ashley Roberts, and we just going to call it It's Just Different. It's going to be a Last Chance U style documentary, giving us a deep insight to you, your programs, and everything that you go through in order to make a difference.
Netflix me, please.
Yeah.
Y'all saw I had to turn that Louisiana. I had to turn that Tony Chachere's on that one. So we get this thing cracking. All right, Ashley, what the score is officially 1 versus 1. So now we got to take it to sudden death in the final round, which we don't do any more options. Now we take it to the sneaker feature. Both KT and I are super sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Part of that live show, I do a segment called The Drop, which I talk about new sneakers. So over the past 5 years, our collection has gotten just robust. Now, before the show, we decided that we were going to, without you knowing it, pick a pair of shoes that we thought represented you, okay? And what you out there doing. So it could be UT, it could be Competitive Edge, or I don't know. But on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker, and we're going to show you what we personally selected. Now, keep in mind before you make a decision, because whoever you select, they are going to win this game. They're going to be crowned the champion, and I promise you the other person will not be happy with you, okay? So make sure it count. Here we go. On the count of 3, hold that sneaker. 1, 2, 3.
Hold that sneaker.
I went the same thought process too, KT.
Oh. I'm gonna go with, that is hard.
Because I went with It's Just Different.
I'm going with the head coach.
Oh! It don't get no more different than the biohacks. This is the most different pair of shoes.
Those are hard, B. Jones, but you can put those away.
Yeah.
You need to be looking at these, the ones that she actually picked. Ashley, thank you so much for picking me. I really appreciate that. Thanks to you, I can say these words, B. Jones. And still.
Oh, I'm sick to my stomach.
You should.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. I looked at my collection. I said, you know what? I got to get a pair of shoes that's gonna be different. Hey, Rob, you let me down.
I like those though. I did like those.
No, don't try to pacify me now. No, we on the outs. You the op. It's official. All right. Here we go though. The title of the show, Sports Life Talks. You got next. We talked about the past. We talked about your incredible journey through college, and now we talked about the entrepreneurship and all the amazing things you've accomplished over the past 10 years. But we got to know what the future holds for you. What's up next for Ashley Roberts?
It's a great question. I would say honing in on this podcast. This would be the #1 podcast for youth and women's basketball. That's what's next. Workshops, conferences, summits, speaking. You're going to see me on the stage everywhere. That's what's next for Ashley.
Hey, and that podcast is fire, y'all. I'm telling y'all, go give it a listen. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite podcasts that I'm listening to right now. I know you just recently dropped a new episode, so I can't wait to hear about that. That's an AAU coach, isn't he?
It was Trainer. It was Marcus Walker, aka Grindhouse.
Yeah, Grindhouse. Yeah. I want to go check that episode out. So I'm super excited about listening to that and just relaxing here and hearing this amazing story. Because y'all, I'm telling you that my favorite part of the show is that y'all tell these stories that you can only get for people who are in the room that matters. Like when Kyra was telling us, I was like, that's fire.
I think she was the best storyteller. Like she was saying stuff, and it's like I can see it.
I saw it. I felt it. I said I can't wait till the next show drop. So y'all go check it out. It's Just Different, the podcast, and wherever you listen to podcasts, you know what I'm saying. So y'all can download that one and then download Sports Life Talk so y'all can find out what you need to be doing next. All right, KT, let's get up out of here, man.
All right, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to everybody that's listening to the podcast. Shout out to my family. Shout out to y'all. I think I told you guys when I seen y'all at the event, like I was excited because I have not seen a lot of sports podcasts in general. So shout out to y'all, what y'all are doing. I listen to the episodes. I'm listening to y'all, seeing what you guys are doing. So definitely shout out to y'all. I do want to mention really, really quick, if it's okay with y'all, I do have a program.
Please.
Called the Empower Her program. That will be November 21st and 22nd. It will be virtual for anybody that wants to tune in. We're talking all things off the court. So social media, branding, interview etiquette, some of the stuff that we talked about, life after basketball, how to be successful after basketball. I think that's all I got.
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to give y'all a code too. I'm gonna give y'all a code for the SLT family to get in. I'm gonna give y'all a code.
Yeah. That's dope. Well, we're gonna put that code in the so y'all look down right now. That code is in the what do you call it? The description of this show. So y'all can just click on that code and get registered for the Empower Her virtual meeting. That's fire.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Told them my story. Why don't you do the same thing? With that said, who you calling out? Who should have next?
I'm going to go with Amber Gregg. Amber Gregg, dope. Former player, former college coach, current player development, and she's in Louisiana. I'm going with Amber Gregg.
That's automatic. That's off top. She good folks. She good peoples. All right, Amber Gregg, your ticket just got punched. You are officially on the clock. Y'all, season 4 is lining up to be a absolute monster. 2024, the year of the Mamba. It is happening. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Amber Gregg's episode because we're going to get on here and tell her story. But hey, Rob, Ashley, Roberts, you got next. You are authentic. You the truth. You are icon. You a trailblazer. You a legend. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh, let's go, Sports Life Talk Nation. Man, I'm getting emotional. We got these dope shows coming. We coming close to the end of season 3, but y'all have been along with us this journey, step by step, stride for stride, and y'all are a major reason why the show is growing. So if you didn't do the podcast Trinity earlier in the show, this is that second altar call. This is your second moment of truth where you can actually be an MVP and make an impact that can have a ripple that'll go on and touch thousands and millions of people just by you becoming a part of our family, making sure you share this show, make sure you like it so it goes to the top of the algorithm. And then lastly, we're going to add one more onto the Trinity, and that's tap in with us on social media. We drop content every single day, and we would love to have you there. I promise you we're going to give you something just to eat on every single day. Again, we're going to keep working hard, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep bringing y'all 4-5 new episodes of athletes and coaches in 2024. And I'm telling you, the list is just ignorant. I'm telling y'all, this thing is blowing up. So y'all better stop playing with us and start praying with us. Let's go. Don't forget, if you want to be on the show, go to our website, sltugotnext.com. We got it intentionally set up to where you could go there, click on the nominate tab, tell us why you feel like you got next, and then we're going to reach out to you and give you an audition. Next, Don't forget, Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time is not just a live sports show. It is comedy. It's fun. We talk relationships, pop culture, entertainment, fashion, anything. It's just a laugh out loud moment to hang with the Sports Life Talk crew. So eat dinner a little bit early on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We would love to have you there. And finally, anywhere you listen to podcasts, those of you who watch this on YouTube, thank you so much. We are so close to getting monetization on YouTube. And it's all because of your support. But you can also take You Got Next on the road, on the go, wherever you listen to podcasts, whether you're on your way to work, whether you're cooking in the kitchen or you're doing your homework or sitting at your desk or working out. Take You Got Next and listen to the smooth, sultry sounds of the mouth of the South. Y'all know what I'm saying in the audio version. Y'all go lock in with us. But all right, KT, man, I promise y'all watch the next episode. Because I got to get the belt back. It's time for it to come home. You can put those ugly shoes away.
Well, Ashley like them, so they're not too ugly. She didn't pick yours, but Ashley, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you for what y'all are doing.
Hey, Ashley, diva is the female version of a hustler. Of a hustler. All right, y'all. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
It was crazy. I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest. Hot in the room, podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom, you are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.